Aaron, my brother, is a wonderful guy. He is kind and smart and funny. My brother was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia 30 years ago after a psychotic break. After that break, he was very stable until about a year and a half ago when my mother died, and he went off the rails, basically.
So when I got the call about my son from the hospital and heard the story they were sharing, it was not my son. I could hardly believe what they were describing was going on.
I guess as a parent, you're never prepared for that. You're prepared for your child to go off into the world, into college, and have their own life.
A year or so after I graduated high school is when my behavior started changing, getting more erratic, getting less sleep.
It was so scary. It was a 12-hour drive to get to where he was going to college.
I was laying on a cot in a homeless shelter, just, repeating the mantra, it's okay to not be okay.
And I went to my first support group meeting while my loved one was in the ER being evaluated for his crisis.
Living and working with people with mental health issues can be exhausting, soul-trying, soul-numbing.
Learning that your family member or loved one has a mental health condition can be devastating. Families often don't know what to do or where to get help. They worry about what kind of future is in store for their loved one.
I think for my family, there was a lot of feelings of guilt and confusion, because when something so dramatic and traumatic happens, you want to know why. Where did this come from?
I know personally I kind of re-examined my own life. Did I do something wrong? Was I a bad parent? There's a lot of shame and stigma.
Mental illness strikes many families and can be really tough on both the individual and the entire family unit.
My brother went from being a pretty gentle, quiet person to an aggressive, argumentative, destructive person. Being a caregiver for someone with a mental illness is hard.
Initially, when my son was diagnosed, he was brought in by law enforcement because he had some risky behavior that they were concerned about. We were fortunate that he was taken to a facility that had good psychiatrists and a good level of care. So yeah, getting that diagnosis is really helpful because it actually helps you with the next steps. Which medications to take, what type of treatments, non-medication treatments are needed, and lifestyle adjustments.
NAMI's Family to Family program brings hope and empowerment to families and caregivers with education and support from regular folks experiencing the same challenges they are going through.
The NAMI Family to Family class is a wonderful resource for anyone wanting to learn more about mental health conditions.
The most impactful thing was it gave me some insight into how my loved one was feeling.
Having a real supportive team together is really essential, but it's also relaxing and appreciating that it is a journey, and you can't hurry it up, and you need to just be there for your loved one.
I think in my life that people have said to me, oh, you have a mental illness, and so you're not going to have a job and you're not going to live a happy, healthy life, and that's not true. I think that's the one piece that NAMI has brought to me through the years, and then I maintain that thought process of hope and recovery, and I get to see that in my son and other people.
One of the things that sets NAMI apart, most importantly, is that all of the programs are led by people who have those life experiences.
Because it's a really hard thing to sit and talk about, but once people can get there, it's a great experience.
Being able to be a part of a community that believes in recovery, that believes in hope and spreads that is a gift.
It has increased the strength of our family and our closeness.
NAMI's making a difference. I can say that it's making a difference in my life.
And now that I found NAMI, I know that I'm not alone in this world.
NAMI Thurston-Mason, building better lives together.